Hello, CCFL. Welcome to the CCFL Commish show number 2. This show is going to include talking about scheduling our games as a priority in the CCFL, how Madden 2019 offers more coaching in-game experiences than ever before. We're going to talk about CCFL player progression and regression. We're going to be talking about what coaching settings can be used to enhance your player performance. And we're going to be talking about how broadcasting is the future of the CCFL and how it's critical to our in-game coach mode experience. And then last but certainly not least, we're going to be interviewing one of our very own coaches, Coach Rob of the Arizona Cardinals. So hold on and get ready to go, because here we go. So for a long time, Madden lovers have wanted to see more formations, more positions, and more ways to coach your team in Madden. And with Madden 2019, we finally got it. Here's a portion of an interview I was doing with the Cards coach where we talked a little bit about all the new player settings and positions in Madden 2019. Well, it's actually part of our depth chart now. There's actually a spot for who you want as your top 3 nickelbacks. And so it can be a safety or a corner. And there's other sets where you can pick your nickel linebackers. So like if you've got a depth guy who's an excellent cover linebacker, that's a great opportunity to get him on the field and get your starters that might be better stuff in the run, but not great in coverage, into the game. And so free agency has a whole new thing now because there's guys sitting in free agency that still to this day have not been touched that can greatly help teams. And then in the coaching settings, like you addressed about guys trying to strip the ball instead of just tackle normal, there's so much more coaching now in the game. And this is kind of what I wanted to talk to coaches about when we do this show. You can set your DBs to tackle more aggressively and strip the ball. You can coach them to tackle more conservatively, which is more of a safe tackle, but maybe not as many big hits, less fumbles, and maybe there's repercussions in terms of getting dragged another few yards. And then there's balanced. There's those settings work for everything: pass rush, ball carrying, catching the ball and catch, yards after catch, and you can set these things for every position. And so, these coaching settings, a lot of the league doesn't even know what's going on with them yet. And so we've got this X's and O's clinic channel. I think I've talked to you about it, right? Yeah, and so, there's stuff posted in there that has been in there since summer, and it's outstanding because you can coach more aspects of the game now than ever before. And Madden, even though there's some weaknesses in it in its coach mode that I'd like to see fixed, like I hate kicking the ball, I hate the fact that we can't use that broadcast view, and things like that. There's things I don't like, but boy, did they get it right when it came to the coaching aspect as far as the actual in-game coaching. Because now you can be the GM, you can do your trades, you can do your free agency, and then you can do your depth stuff. All that stuff's fun. Online franchise makes that so easy. You do it 24/7. But now these new coaching settings, I'm just going nuts. And I can't get my nose out of the game right now because I keep finding ways to make my team better. Yeah, I tell everybody it's like flying an airplane when you compare Madden 2019 to Madden 2008. And I commissioned Madden from 2002 all the way through 2008. We actually played the game with the CCFL all the way up to about 2013. And then we took a break. I took a head coaching job at a big school, and so I couldn't do it anymore. But anyway, so what do you think about some of the things with the game, with the nickel back, with the how you can do the settings with depth, with nickel backers, nickel DBs, you get safeties, corners, backers, all these different roles they can fill. Are you using any of that stuff? Do you have specialists for pass rush? What are you doing right now? And players are going to regress 100%. Everybody will have somebody regress, and that's just how it goes. And I think we edited our players so that everyone's progression is normal. No one's superstar, no one's quick, no one's star. everyone is normal. So all of our progression in the league will be dictated by that player's stats, that player's role in your scheme, and that player's age. And so, those types of things are going to be what dictate our progression and regression, not a preset thing that the Madden dev who never plays his own game. Yeah, we're excited about that. So like right now, if I'm guessing that your preseason progression, it should look pretty good for your offense. Probably not so good for your defense. No, I think it's a progression thing, and progression is going to be a important part of the game because whether our players progress or regress is going to affect our next season, right? And so anyway, yeah, that's all interesting food for thought. Okay, we're back, and I want to talk about any settings changes we have for preseason week 4. All the sliders are staying the same. However, we are changing away from the enhanced play call mode in game. It's a wider look on the screen. We're going to the slim look. We're doing it for a number of reasons. Number one, it looks better on broadcasts, and we want to be all about broadcasting our games, as we'll talk about later in the show. But also because it hides the Madden cheats that some people have mistakenly been using in their games, and it just gives it a whole lot better look. It's a great face for our league. So no longer are we using enhanced play call mode. It's all slim from now on. So please get your settings correctly done in your game's main menu. It'll already be set that way in franchise, and you'll be good to go for this week and for this season.
Well, it's all right. We're going to